So what would you say is the number one question that customers ask you all the time?
Number one question, how long is it going to take?
What's the need somebody has when they come to you?
Well, most people get referred to us by their lenders or by their real estate agents or by their friends and family. And as Kwasi mentioned, they want to buy a house, they want to refinance, and they've got collections, they've got late payments, and they've been burned by some other companies before that made promises and never came through.
What are the most common issues you see on people's credit when they come to you?
Most common problems would be recent late payments, collections, medical collections, defaulted credit cards. We get to see that more and more. And lately, it's like an epidemic. I've never seen that. And I've been in the industry for 23 years now. My mentor served as a VP for TransUnion fraud department for 26 years. So I've seen a large number of credit reports. And lately, I see more and more student loans in default.
So if someone were to come to you, what on their credit would be the most difficult for you to work with? What are the real bad issues on the credit that it's difficult for you to help?
Well, there isn't such a thing for us because I have an entire legal team that is dedicated to servicing the most complicated cases involving judgments, garnishments. We go as far as identifying violations of Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, and oftentimes we initiate lawsuits against collection companies that wrongfully go after people. So we tackle the whole 9 yards, and I could not even find something that is hard for us to tackle. The only correct answer to your question would be that it makes it hard when we're trying to help somebody, but that somebody is unstable financially and they just lost their job in the middle of us trying to help them. That makes it tough because we don't even take on people that are not stable financially because next month they can default again and it basically will make the whole process go down the drain again. So we need to make sure somebody is stable financially and can be current on their bills.
So how long does the process take to get somebody in shape where they could buy a home? Like what exactly do you do?
The process usually, once again, going back to my previous statement, if somebody is stable financially, able to pay their bills on time and follow simple instructions from our team, and our team consists of a personal client manager that will educate every customer, that will go over every single item on their credit, making a detailed, strategic, customized plan with realistic timeframes and goals, and also personal settlement coordinator. On an average, if you log on to Facebook, YouTube, Google, and Yelp, you shall find that most people talk about 90 to 120 business days, basically 4, 5, 6 months at the most, and we get people ready.
So personal story, my wife and I have a credit card since I was 18, and I asked my wife to take over the payments on the credit card. That was never used, and there was a miscommunication, and I got hit with a 90-day late payment on a $30 balance on my own credit card. Is there anything I could do about that?
Most certainly.
What would you recommend?
What credit card is it?
U.S. Bank.
U.S. Bank. Is the balance paid off or you still owe the balance?
Balance is paid off.
Okay, if the balance is paid off and the card is at zero balance, the creditor has got their money already. They don't have a lot of motivation to actually keep on verifying and validating with the credit bureau. So there's a couple options that you can do. First option would be sending a letter directly to U.S. Bank to their consumer dispute section and just send them a goodwill letter, ask them, and you have to do some role playing here and tell them, I love your bank, I love you guys, I recommend all my family to you, and blah, blah, blah. And please, there was a mistake. Please remove that derogatory mark. Now, 1 out of 10 cases, that's not going to fly. But oftentimes you get lucky and that can fly, and they can agree to remove it simply because they already got their money. Mm-hmm. And if that's not going to work, then you've got the option to submit a dispute directly with the 3 credit bureaus and ask them to provide verification. By law, they've got 45 to 60 business days to provide verification. Anything that is verified and validated, it's not going to go anywhere, no matter how hard other companies that say they do credit repair will try to sell you. If it's your recent late, it's not going to go anywhere if it gets verified and validated. So the bureaus will have vendors that they use, and they'll try to get this late payment verified with U.S. Bank. And once again, if U.S. Bank already got their money, chances of your late payment being unable to verify, therefore removed, are very, very good, especially as the time passes by. The older a late payment is, the less impact it has on your credit score. Nobody will tell you that. No Credit Karma forum, no bad credit forums will tell you that. Somehow they want you to believe that even if your late is 3-4 years old, it's still bad for you, which is not the truth. After about 24 months, a late payment doesn't really have a huge impact on your credit. That's why some of lenders that Kwasi works with, they'll tell you that they see customers with 700 credit scores, and they have a bunch of late payments from a few years ago.
Got it. Serge, this is very helpful. Thanks for all your advice.
Great. So identity theft is the #1 crime in America. Every 2 seconds, someone's identity is stolen. 1 out of 10 children is a victim of identity theft. With our credit protection plan, we offer protection to your entire family. Everybody in your household will get this amazing credit protection plan. If something happens, then you can opt in to our services. And unlike LifeLock that people just waste money for, we're not going to waste your money. We'll actually help you restore and improve your credit, because nobody can prevent identity theft from happening. And also really wanted to mention that 17 years ago, by God's grace, I beat third-stage brain cancer. I was sent home by the doctors to die. And in spite of all, I am alive today, and I get to inspire people with my story every single day. I share my story with people, and I show them that nothing is impossible, and we make the impossible possible, pretty much, with my company and with my story. So I really appreciate the time, and thank you for everyone that stayed in and listened to us.